siya nga, halika kayo, siya nga. And there was a group of Filipinos in one corner na nag-uusap-usap, yan, kamukha ni Bishop Tagle, kamukha ni Bishop. Siya nga, halika. And then they all came, no? At mga OFWs, no? And they told me, ay, Bishop, salamat doon sa inyong show. Kasi hindi kami nakakasimba every Sunday. Nanonood na lang kami minsan nung reflection mo. And when we watch the show, we feel connected to the Philippines again. Nung narinig ko yun, sabi ko, nako, I will continue na lang the World Exposed. No? Kasi, oo nga, no, malayo sila sa pamilya, malayo sa bahay, malayo sa regular families. Ano yung well nila? Mostly siguro internet, mostly YouTube, mostly Facebook. So, if I could be there, kahit kaunti na thirst, no? Edi, sige. So where are those wells? That is part of the new evangelization. Pero sana we help the church by expressing ito yung mga wells na lagi natin pinupuntahan. And tulungan natin, baka yung tubig na nakukuha in those wells are not, is not clean, healthy water, baka polluted. So we should be there also to protect people from getting sick and harmed by or hurt by polluted waters. Okay ho ba yun? Ayun. So yung mga catechists, i-identify nyo ano yung well na pinupuntahan ng mga bata. Ano yung mga favorite nilang wells? Mga parents, alam nyo ba saan yung mga balloon where your young children go to get refreshed? Mga misis, saan yung well na pinupuntahan ng mister nyo? And imitate Jesus. Pag bago pa dumating ang mister nyo doon, dapat nandun na kayo. Halimbawa, kung yung mister nyo mahilig mag-inom, dapat kayo, pagdating nga, nandun na kayo. Ay, inuman tayo. Uwi na. But be there, you should know the wells. Otherwise, no encounter will happen. No encounter will happen. Okay po. Punta po tayo sa second point in the story. Sabi po sa story, the meeting, the well was in the town of Sychar, which is in Samaria. Ang Samaria po is an enemy territory as far as the Jews are concerned. Magkaaway ang mga Jews and mga Samaritans. Yet, Jesus enters what could have been labeled as a hostile territory. And Jesus does not only pass by, Jesus sits by the well. And later on, as the story continues, he stays for another 2 days. Mahalaga po ito. sa new evangelization. Let us admit it. Aminin natin, napakadali mag-evangelize sa mga kaibigan ng simbahan. It is easy to talk to those who are already open and close to the church. Pero yung enemy territory, minsan mahina ang ating presence dyan eh. And during the synod, ang dami-daming descriptions of the world as problematic. Nakakaawa ang mundo. Kung pinainting ang mundo during the synod, parang ang pangit-pangit ng muka ng mundo. Secularization, materialism, individualism, hedonism, lahat yan, no? Ganyan. Now, the example of Jesus points to a challenge. Yes, we do not deny the world where the church exists and performs its mission. This world has many problems. Hindi natin yan itinatago. We admit the world has many faults. The world as we see it today has many defects. This world has many contradictions. At maraming parts of the world talagang, in a way, enemy of faith. But, sabi po ng Synod of Bishops, in the new evangelization, we should also look at the world that is broken and sinful as God's creation. This world remains God's world. God has not left this broken world. Maraming problema yung mundong yan. Pero yan lang ang mundo na binigay sa atin ng Diyos. At nandyan ang Diyos. So part of the new evangelization is not just to see the problems in the world, but to also find in the world signs of hope and opportunities for the faith and for the gospel. Totoo po ito. Minsan, ang mga mata natin nakikita lamang ang problema. Pero hindi natin nakikita yung mga posibilidad para sa evangelization. So part of the new evangelization is, ito nga, be aware of the sins of the world, but be aware also of the signs of hope and the openings the world offers or gives us for evangelization. At nagbigay po yung Synod of Bishops ng maraming examples. I want to give you a few, no? Halimbawa, migration. Migration is one wound. Sugat yan. Sugat yan ng mundo. Ang Pilipinas, no, I attended that meeting in Rome 2 months ago on migration. Alam nyo, ang Pilipinas pala ang 4th largest supplier of migrants in the world. Kaya pala kahit saan ka pumunta, may Pilipino. Nagulat po ako, pagdating ko sa Nairobi, sa Kenya, may nag-welcome sa akin, mga Pilipino. Sabi nila, nagkaroon pa kami ng mass in one parish. there are 300 Filipinos in Nairobi. Alaga ha? Pati dito ha? May Pilipino. Sabi nung isa, ay hindi lang ho dito, pati doon sa mga parang barabarangay ng Kenya, may mga Pilipino. Nagpunta ho ako sa India, sa Kerala. Sabi ko, dito siguro wala na ako makikitang Pilipino. Unang araw, wala nga. Ikalawang araw, wala nga. Nung ikatlong araw, bumisita ako doon sa Archbishop. Sumalubong sa akin, 2 Pilipina. Isa madre. Oh, pati ba dito may Pilipina pa? Talagang we are all over no? But, ano yan? Yung migration, meron niyang pain. Yung mga naiiwan, asawa, anak dito. When you talk to some teachers, sabi nila, may mga bata na may emotional and learning difficulties. At most of them are children of OFWs. Meron silang pera para makapasok sa magagaling na schools. May pera para makabili ng magagandang damit and latest gadgets, cellphone, etc. But there is a wound. Parang they long for love and presence. So yung migration is a ambivalent thing. Pero ano yung opportunity? Pag nakikita naman ako ng mga bishops pag international meeting, sabi po sa akin nung Cardinal from Lebanon, sabi sa akin, "Huy, salamat sa mga Pilipino na nagtatrabaho sa Lebanon. May sumisimba sa amin." Ay, kamot ako ng ulo. Ano ba, no? May pain, pero may opportunity also to spread yung bishop po ng Dubai. Sabi niya, wala ako kahit isang Catholic from Dubai. Lahat ng Katoliko sa amin, sa diocese ko, overseas. Mga migrants, primarily Filipinos. Sabi niya, pag wala yung mga Pilipino, isasara yung diocese ko. So, ayun. Painful yung migration, pero parang may opportunity. But when you look at history, halimbawa, yung nagkaroon ng famine in Ireland, no? In the 19th century yata, that was a very sad moment in Irish history. Pero because of the famine, yung mga Irish people umalis ng Ireland and not knowing that it would become a great missionary moment in the church. So God knows how to turn some of the problems and the difficulties into opportunities. At yun ang hamon ng new evangelization. Huwag ka lang reklamo ng reklamo, iyak ka ng iyak dyan sa problema. Tingnan natin, ano rin yung opportunities na nasa mundo. Nandyan na. Baka hindi lang nakikita kasi ang mata mo na andun lang sa negative, sa problema. Sabi ko nga, yung mga smokers, yung mga sigarilyo, problema yan, no? Sabi ko, gawin ko yung opportunity yan. Sa lahat ng parish, yung mga smokers, bibigyan ko ng ministry. Ministry of Enlightenment. Sila yung magsisindi ng kandila before Mass. Anyway, expert sila dyan eh. Sindi ng sigarilyo. No? Eh di, gamitin natin yan. No? Yung problema mo, gawin kong opportunity. No? Sige. So every mass attend ka. No? Ikaw rin ang tigasindi nung incense. No, lahat yan. Kakaalis. No? Joke lang yun, joke. Pero minsan namin natin, kasi minsan, kaya nga, Pope Benedict XVI, sabi pa nga niya, let us open the courtyard of the Gentiles. Parang the courtyard of the pagans. There should be a place where the church will meet with even the enemies of the church. Kaya nga po, iniisip ko, halimbawa, kamusta ba ang ating dialogue with scientists? Kamusta ang dialogue natin with business people? Kamusta ang dialogue natin with the artists? Kasi ang tanong sa amin ni Pope Benedict, who shaped the culture in your country? Who are the main shapers of culture and mentalities in your country? Usually dyan, media, business, technology, lahat yan, no? Ganyan. At ang tanong niya, kung yan ang nagpe-penetrate sa mentalities ng bata, the youth, shaping culture, is the church present there? The way Jesus is present in the world? Because of this, now every month, I meet with a group of non-Christians. Three or 4 months ago, I met with a group of our Muslim brothers and sisters from Turkey who are based in the Philippines. Tapos nung isang 1 month, I met with the Buddhists from Taiwan who are running a temple in Manila. Next month yata, some Jewish people and business people. Gusto naman nila. Sila ang nagpapaschedule, pwede ba kaming makipag-usap with the Archbishop? So, laging breakfast. Kasi pagkain, walang away. At saka natitikman ko ba, I taste yung kanilang ang sarap pala ng mga vegetarian Buddhist breakfast. Ang sarap. Yeah. Kaya ngayon, may invitation sa akin to go to Iran. From the president, dumating, inviting me to Iran. Baka may gustong sumama, Bishop Joe, baka sumama, punta tayo sa Iran. Nung ano gagawin ko doon? Sabi, the government, this is an official invitation. Dumating pa yung deputy minister to bring the invitation. May invitation din from Turkey. May invitation from the abbess, Buddhist abbess in Taiwan. They want to forge parang discussions and itong sa with the world of business para yung kanilang corporate social responsibility, yung mga ganyan, Are we present? O baka nagre-reklamo lang tayo? Hanggang reklamo, hanggang denunciation. Pero pag tinanong tayo, are you there to bring the good news? Sabihin natin, wala nga. We are absent in the courtyard of the Gentiles. Okay ba ho yun? Itutuloy ko pa ba? Parang mahirap din. Parang pahirap, sabi ni sister. Okay, mag-alala sister. Talagang But it parang naaano yung imagination natin na natitikal and then you begin to Ito ho, third. Doon sa story, nandun si Jesus and then the Samaritan woman arrives. Jesus was the one who started the conversation. Sabi ni Jesus, "Give me water. Give me to drink." Tapos yung woman, Samaritan woman, nagulat. Sabi, "Hey, you, a Jew, asking me, a Samaritan woman, for a drink? Ba, hindi yata, ano yan? We should not be speaking to one another. At saka kayo, Jews, no? Jewish man ka, hingi ka ng tubig sa Samaritan woman, you will become impure, ritually impure." No? And then, sabi ni Jesus, "If you only know who is asking you for water, you will ask him for living water." Oh, narinig, living water. Sabi nung Samaritan, "Sir, give me that water. Give me." Parang napakasimple, no? Pero if you look at it, yung una, si Jesus ang beggar. At yung woman ang potential giver. Nung nag-ano na yung kwento, nabaliktad. The woman now becomes the beggar. And Jesus now becomes the giver. An important part of new evangelization. In our approach, like Jesus, we are all both beggars and givers. Hindi tayo dapat triumphalistic church as though tayo lamang ang makabibigay. We are only givers and we cannot get anything from other people. This is a humble church. We can beg. We can learn from others. We can listen because others can give to us. At the same time, we should not hesitate to give also, to share our wisdom, the Word of God, and the living water of the Spirit. So, ito, the new evangelization, according to the Synod, is a challenge to the church. BECs, parishes, dioceses, religious orders, families. Ang tanong ng Synod of Bishops, what type of communities are we? Are we welcoming? Are we a welcoming community? Do we welcome those who are thirsty? And are we welcoming because we are humble? Alam nyo, ang mayabang, hindi nilalapitan. Just by being mayabang, repel, nakaka-drive away. Diba? Ayaw mo makipagkwentuhan sa taong mayabang. Sabi ko nga, gusto kong i-propose sa Department of Health. Kasi yung dengue, para umalis ang mga lamok. Hindi na kailangan ng mga spray. Maghanap na lang tayo ng mga mayayabang. Ilagay sa bawat community. Pati lamok, aalis. Basta mayabang, nako, hindi yan nakaka-welcome. No? Kasi yung mayabang has nothing to receive. Wala akong matatanggap sa iyo. I know it all. Yung ganyan attitude. Pero sa new evangelization, sabi, can we be as welcoming as Jesus? Bigay ako ng kwento, baka nangyayari, o baka naman hindi nangyayari dito kasi mababait kayo. Kaming mga bishops, we go around, once I nagpunta ako sa isang parish. Ikot. And then I ended up in the office, parish office. Hindi ako nakita ng secretary. Nandun ako sa likuran. And then, yung secretary, nakikipag-usap sa isang parishioner who was asking about the requirements for, baptism. Kinuwento ko to last week sa sa Cagayan de Oro Vianney. Narinig ko, sabi ng secretary, hindi mo alam ang requirements sa baptism? Yan ang problema Mga Katoliko, wala namang alam. Sabi nung parishioner, sorry, kasi talaga I forgot, di ko na alam ang Then, sabi nung secretary, yan! Basahin mo! Yan ang requirements. So ako naman, I felt bad. So, sabi ko, secretary, sige, mag-break ka muna, coffee break. Hoy, Bishop! Sige na, ako, So, kinausap ko yung client, and explained. And afterwards, I went to the secretary. Sabi ko, alam mo, as the secretary, ikaw yung first encounter. You are the face, ikaw yung mukha of the parish. And if ganon, baka these Catholics will go away. Hindi naman pala kami welcome Nagpapabinyag na nga kami, sisigawan pa. Yung ganyan. So, be careful, kako. Sabi niya sa akin, kasi ginagaya ko lang